Pesa yenye uko unexpect. Email kwa simu yako pap. Umesema nimeshinda. Kila mtu kwa estate amekuja. Ati ulifanya aje? Nilitumia hii namba kwa alafu wakatuma si tuingie hapa. Hebu nunua mbuzi lazima tu celebrate. Mwingine anakuambia nunua mzinga. In fact, this Christmas kwanza ipelekea Christmas. But think about it. Cash you were not expecting.
Yes.
Cash you had not planned for. What's the first thing you would do?
I'll spend 1K on telling everyone nimeshinda.
You see?
Yes.
That's why.
Then mebaki na 4K. Then 1K nikupatie kwa mbox sababu nakuanga na maringo. Pewa 1K.
Okay.
Yeah. Nikugonge kwanza nayo.
Kwa sura.
Yes. Niko na 3K sasa. 1K nipatie producer. Sababu ya ngoma yetu imekuwa poa leo.
Then
2K.
Now you're a 2K near. You know?
Okay.
You started as a 5K near.
2K hiyo naeka Christmas na save. Because hiyo nanunua crate mzima ya masoda. Then kanyama.
So basically hakuna January kutakuwa hata na harufu ya 5K anyway.
Kwa box nitakuwa na masoda. Yeah. So nitakuwa tu nikizirelease hivi tu pole pole.
That's exactly how most people think. And that's why we invited CEO of Africa's Pocket, Valentine Njoroge. What's good?
Hi.
How are you? Welcome to the studio.
Asanteni sana.
Umesikia venye Brian anaspendia 5K?
I can see.
Unamaliza kila kitu kwa sababu tomorrow is another day.
Okay. That's why we've invited Valentine Njoroge in studio. She's going to help you figure out how to spend or save or plan your personal finances. Don't touch that. I remember the first time I saw Vybez singing. Hey, wacha ni reveal age yangu sahi. Alikuwa naimba ma R&B. Yeah, there was a time Vybez alikuwa naimba R&B.
A Kenyan boy, a Kenyan girls haikuwa R&B.
Hapana, hiyo bado ilikuwa reggae. Hiyo ndo sasa it was the descent into reggae. Hapo ndio alianza marege. Na Zizi ndio aliambukiza marege. Akaanza kuongea mapatwa.
Then unakumbuka ile song ali-release na Cecile.
She said that.
Yeah.
No. But before that alikuwa anafanya R&B. In fact alikuwa anajulikana kama Kevin Wire.
Kevin.
Right. Kevin.
Didn't look like a Kevin. Looks like a Brayo.
Umejiona.
Wow.
Speaking of Kevin, there are two Kevins and a Slasher that are on a poll. Of course, the Chris Martin Big Deal list, it's out. Who on that list deserves to be... out of the three deserves to be on the list? And there's a poll going out. Who's leading so far?
So far, saizi ni Slasher, who's leading with 50% votes. Kevo Machakos amemkaribia na 33. Then Kevo Laikipia ako 17%.
Wase yako na mlike pia? Uwe mse wa Laikipia?
Lakini, the worst thing is that kwa ile poll yetu ya Redeem Wars.
Yes. I'm leading.
No
Future
comment.
Fambo.
No comment.
I told you.
Speak to my lawyer.
Future Fambo came through. You guys keep voting because I'm going to play that again. But in studio, we're helping you figure out your personal finances. And we invited CEO of Africa's Pocket, Valentine Njoroge. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I don't have a saving culture. I don't know about Brian.
I save. End month ikikaribianga hivi.
No, siku save numbers.
Kwa box. Saa zingine mufikirianga.
Okay.
So, let's say tunalipwa 25th. The money imebaki kwa account yangu. That's what I move as saving. Because sihitaji salon ndio inakam. So I'll just save all the money
the one that's left over.
Yes. So nikibakisha hata 1 bob.
So
save 1 bob. Nikibakisha 20k, ka 20k ndo nimeweka.
So is this a healthy saving culture?
I mean, it's a good start.
Yeah.
But you want to save first.
Yes.
And then spend the rest.
Yes. Definitely.
So, for example, let's say you want to buy a house. That's an investment. Yeah. So you say your house is costing $1 million bob. So you want to save 10k a month for however long that takes.
Yes.
First you save the 10k, then you live with whatever salary is left.
Yes.
So you save fast. You don't eat fast and then what's left is when you save.
Exactly. So, C1 bob.
Una reverse save. Become a reverse call. All right, so tell us about Africa's Pocket.
Sure. So we are a personal finance company. We build online courses and tools that help people kind of make financial plans. So we have one online course that's out. This one really starts from the beginning. So you start with, what are your goals? What do you want? Do you want to retire when you're 40? Do you want to, live in Kilifi for the rest of your life? Like, what are your goals?
Yeah.
Then we help you understand how much will that cost.
Okay.
Then from there, based on whatever your income is, you know how much you need to save every month and how to grow your income to get to your goals faster.
Okay.
And then finally, you invest that money to accelerate your goals. So rather than just save 10K, 10K, 10K every
Yeah.
day to get to a mic, you can save the first year, take that money, invest it, and start earning interest on it. So it takes you a shorter time to get to the amount you need.
Because money begets money.
Exactly.
But when you don't have money, you know, that's because, you know, we saw some stats that only 30% of Kenyans have 100K and above in their accounts. So guys are not saving.
Yeah.
Guys are not saving.
Yeah,
But
because
who
we don't
doesn't
have
have
money.
money? You see, even when we were 5, we had a piggy bank.
Okay.
So pesa iko. It's there. You just need to have the discipline to put it aside.
So nijinyime kabisa.
You don't have to remove kabisa, but you need to put something aside.
Okay.
And then you need to prioritize. You know, there are like people who you go on a trip with your friends,
Yes.
then everyone is eating this fancy food. You don't care about that, but you're there spending your 5Gs that you could have saved.
Yeah.
So you need to be aware of what's important to you so that you only spend money on things that matter to you.
Ai, nikule managu saizi watu wanakula file
Mignon.
minyo. Ai, hakuna
I
venye.
mean, see, it's better to have the
Watu wa
5K
Instagram
later.
lazima wajue niko na pesa.
Hey.
Ai, file. But how do you let's say it's December right now. How do you save for something that, let's say, you don't have plans for? Let's say, like, if I want to buy a TV, na nikituko kwa umbali, it's not something that I've focused on. How do I discipline myself to a point where I start saving?
To put money aside for
Yes.
it. So now if you say you want a TV,
Yes.
you can check how much a TV is.
Okay.
Then you say, I want to get it in 6 months. Divide the amount by 6 months, put the money aside. And then the thing that you really want to do is have like a fun fund or an emergency fund.
Okay.
So that when things come up, you know, you have like a pocket you can go to. See, kila saa you're dipping into the things for the things that are important
So we
to
should
you.
have more than one account.
Definitely.
Because let me tell you, me, my biggest challenge is hiyo account ya kusave ndio ya nini ndio ya nini. So at the end of the month unaangalia hiyo account unasema nini nimbani hii account. Kwani hujui kushikilia do?
You need to grow up and
You
be
need
like
to
your
grow
friends.
up, man.
Eh?
Imetoboka pali.
Oh yeah, I have 4 accounts. So yeah, 4
Different banks? Still,
no, same. So some of them are in the same bank, and then I have another 2 at a different bank.
Okay.
So literally, when money comes into my account, I've talked to my bank. I've told them because I want to be saving 40% of my income.
Oh.
So if 100 bob comes in, 40 bob goes to that savings account. If it's a G, 4 sock goes.
Yeah.
So they deduct it automatically. It goes into that savings account. Then at the end of the month, I take that and I invest it.
Okay.
So that's like my future fund. Then I have like a fun fund. So this is for December fun times, for that concert that comes that I hadn't Jipangad for.
Yeah. Chris Martin.
Exactly. So that money now goes into a different account. So at the end of the month, that one for 1 bob that's left, that's the one I put in the fun fund.
Oh, okay.
So all the 2 things I've saved, and it grows, by the way.
Oh, really?
You can be putting, it can be a G. At the end of the year, you have 12K.
It's true.
Or you decide, oh, this month I'm not going to use M-Pesa, whatever those M-Pesa fees were.
Yeah.
You save towards a concert ticket or something like that.
Yeah.
It adds up.
Yeah. I'm so glad you've mentioned those my M-Pesa transactions because saa zingine mi transact paka unajua unabaki bila dola alafu nasema we nirudishe zile transaction fees zangu. In studio we've got Valentine Njoroge. She is the CEO and co-founder of Africa's Pocket.
What up?
Yeah, and you guys are definitely... So Africa's Pocket is basically helping people do what?
Figure out their financial future. So make a financial plan. Understand what you want, invest towards it, and then even automate this process so that you're not thinking about it every month.
Oh, so I can actually have an app that's just, you know...
Well, not an app right now, but we help you figure out how to talk to your bank, to your broker, all that good stuff, so that it happens without you having to think too much about it.
Who's your target audience?
So currently, we say millennials and Gen Z, but we're seeing that actually the people who love using this is people who are young parents, just got into a marriage, are trying to buy their first house, that kind of thing. Because that's when you really start to realize, hey, nikubaya.
Things are thick.
Things are thick.
Okay, to be part of this, do you use a website or can you call a number? How's the best way to approach you guys?
So we're online. So if you go to our website, africaspocket.com, then you'll be able to access our courses. There's some free resources. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do for free. And then there's some paid courses. Today, we're actually launching a course on how to figure out how to buy the right car for you.
Oh.
Yeah, so whether it's the first car you're buying or
Yeah.
you're upgrading, you know, a lot of people don't know that the maintenance cost of a car can even be more than the cost you pay for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just helping people figure that kind of stuff out. We're looking to build more things like that. So if you want to buy a house, how does a mortgage work? If you're jengaing, what should you be looking out for in the construction? How do you even buy land?
Yeah.
If you're thinking about retirement, what are the right investments for you? If you want to buy stocks, how do you even start? What is the NSC? How do you get an account there? How do you buy a share of company X? So our courses are really very practical in the sense that at the end of it, you're able to go and do something by yourself.
Do I need to be like, you know, a mathematician?
Not at all.
Do I need to have done commerce?
Not even.
Kuna exam.
Economics?
Kuna exam. Mi shida yangu ni kuna exam. Kwa sababu mi nitatafuta mwa Kenya.
Yeah.
Nitakopi answers za kwa box, then si wote tupite.
Imagine
No.
Listen to this guy.
Imagine it's your money and you want to have a Kenya.
Because umesema kuna course. Sasa mimi course najua tu ni exam. Lazima nitafute mwa Kenya. So nyi mkifanya hivyo mimi nachungulia hivi. Yeye anachagua pro box. Mimi niko na vits.
Hapana, there's an exam kind of. There's quizzes to help you make sure that you've understood. But it's not that you can pass or you can fail. So we give you feedback and we tell you, actually, no, you thought this, but it's actually, this is the answer. So that's what the quizzes are for.
How much is the course itself?
So the first one is 10K. Okay. The one on cars is 2.5. And we're going to be producing things in that range. Between 10K and 2.5 each. Yeah.
Because it's targeting the millennial.
Yeah.
Are there like, you know, if I just decided to ask, like go on the website and just ask a question, is there like a hotline or something like that?
We have a live chat. So you can, there's a guy called Jimmy who's always there. So you can chat him, he'll answer your questions.
So hata saizi naweza msalimia tu.
Unaweza msalimia by the way.
Because one of the biggest challenges on this segment on my grind is we're speaking to a lot of, you know, millennials, Gen Z, and you know, when I saw CEO for Twitter saying he's moving to Africa because Africa will determine the future of, you know, the next coming years. And, you know, a lot of people don't understand that. First, we will have the biggest working force in the world.
And the youngest one.
The youngest, biggest working force. While countries like Japan are struggling. They're even willing to sell passports because you can imagine the workforce is smaller than the retired force.
And then the retired force also is now spending more money.
Now imagine a scenario where we have this African youth, on my grind MVPs who are listening us right now, we're in that future where, you know, all the hottest things are happening and people don't know how to spend their money or save their money.
Disastrous.
It sounds like we're going to be employees.
And that's literally what ends up happening. You start living day by day, you know. And even guys who earn like a lot of money, you find guys who earn $500,000 still doing paycheck to paycheck. Because they go and take a loan to buy that car that they don't really need, or some people even take loans for their weddings, for holidays.
I think what?
Imagine.
Guy. These guys don't have heard of Harambe.
WhatsApp group maze.
Unaika mtu WhatsApp group.
Ukileft unamrudisha. Mbe wacha hizo za ovyo.
Nichangie harusi yangu inakaa. I can't believe people are taking loans to get married.
Imagine. It's very wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So if there's a young person who's listening to you right now and saying, what 3 tips would you give a young person who started earning money?
The first thing is start saving at least 20% of your income. Actually, you want it to be a little bit more, but 20% at the minimum. Let it leave your paycheck and go to a different account.
If someone argues that I'm just earning 2K,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't, even if it's 20 bob.
Yeah.
20%
of 20 bob.
Let it go.
Okay.
Imagine you can stand in order at 20 bob. Hata banko acheka sasa umse.
Lakini ni pesa yangu. It is my money.
It's still your money.
Take it or leave it.
Na kugonga tu na wewe.
Wewe unaweka mshwari hapo. Wanakubali 20 bob.
You know something that happens is even Gava. Even if you're paying 10 bob, they take their 30%. They take it.
Yeah.
So even you have to have the discipline to pay yourself, because that's what you're doing. You're paying yourself.
Okay.
So 20% at least, let it sit aside.
Okay.
Then once you've accumulated some cash, make an investment.
Okay.
So buy a bond or a money market fund or something that gives you a return and leave it alone. Don't touch it for at least a year.
Okay.
Okay.
That's number 2.
Yeah.
So tunakaa gumu. It's
Just say. I mean, it's only 20%. You have 80% to play with.
Box nipatie 5k takurudisha 10k sasa.
Hiyo nimeweka kwa ile 20k fund. Ile 20% fund yangu, please.
Haiko.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is have an emergency fund.
Okay.
So this should cover anything from, I don't know, if you have a car and I don't know, the tire bursts and you need to buy a new tire,
Yeah.
or unfortunately you have a emergency in your family, a health emergency, or even for fun.
Yeah.
And some things can be emergencies from a fun situation. So
Yeah.
let's say you've gone somewhere on a trip and you need to extend kidogo. That money for the extra night you're staying should come from your emergency fund.
Because usually it just comes from, okay, let me see my balance.
Wacha nione M-Pesa.
Okay, let's stay.
Exactly, yeah. So
right.
those are the three things I would say start doing today.
If there's a young person who's, of course, there's always young people listening. You spoke about bonds, and does Africa's Pocket help us, navigate those streets? Because usually staff unasema bond, mazina bond na nani sasa? Is bonds na wapi?
James Bond.
Yeah.
Yes.
So does Africa's Pocket help people who are checking on the website with this information?
Yeah. So we'll share with you how to get it. We'll even share with you the opportunities that exist, because to buy a bond, you have to buy it from the government. We'll tell you how to do it, which brokers to go to, what information to ask for, so that you can make sure you're buying the best investment for yourself.
All right.
So we really give you a lot of information.
I love it. Valentine, thank you so much for coming through to hang out with us this Tuesday morning.
Thank you for having me.
And I feel like we'll be inviting you more to just, as a friend of Vybez, to tell us more on, especially bonds. We're going to have a whole conversation around that.
I love that.
We're going to bond on that. Nika kusema sauti ya Future Fambo ni beautiful. But no.
Mimi kitu moja tatu kumwambia. Clear to throat.
Unajua unaweza end career ya Future Fambo hapo kimtupia Vix Kingo kwa mdomo. Anaweza landa hapa Kenya, Vix Kingo ako tu. Yeah, it's Future Fambo. It's Future Fambo. What is happening? It's Chris Martin and Future Fambo. Oh my God. It is Future Fambo. Ka Vix Kingo mazi. Yo.
Imagine that guy akichapa ndoje helium balloon. You see the way inafanya go sound?
Yes.
Yeah, imagine afanye your stuff. But big up to all the MVPs who've been tuned in since we started the show, and we had people who wanted to be part of the big deal list. On our list we had Kevo from Laikipia.
Yeah.
We had Kevo from Machakos.
Papa.
And Slasher mwenye alitaka kupita katikati yao na voice yake. Yeah.
So, nani alishinda?
Kompe ilikuwa tricky. So hata tuanze kutoka number last tukipanda juu. Hata imeisha. Vile nilisema tu ndio iko hivyo. So Kevo Laikipia had 14%, Kevo Machakos had 29%, and Slasher had 57%. So he's our winner for today.
Yeah, man. A big deal.
Big
You're
up to you, Slasher maze. From Meru.
Yeah. No, from Kayole maze.
Kayole.
Mpeleka Meru kudunini.
Si kwa sababu ya elephant.
Mtulisema Meru, watu waoshe mogoka kabla tuanze kupika call zao.
Kwanza before mkuje Chris Martin, hapo kwa gate tutaweka water point. Muosha mogoka.
Hiyo mogoka iosho kwanza. I don't know people unakula mogoka na hujanawa. Imagine mtu ananawa lakini hajaosha hiyo mogoka.
Then mwanzo kusema ati ni Chris Martin amepatia butterflies. Kumbe ni mogoka inafanya tumbo iume.
I'm tired. It's time to go.
And also, other than that, we had the Rhythm Wars between Street Swag Rhythm, and we were competing between Ding Dong and Future Fambo. And Ding Dong got 31%, and Future Fambo is our winner for today with 69%.
All right. So, of course, we're going to be back same time, same place tomorrow. And we're going to leave you with Future Fambo because yeye ndo ameshinda.
Lakini tumesahau Wabra, who was our MVP, who shared with us the MVP word of the day.
What did he say?
He said it's better to be ready and miss an opportunity than to get an opportunity and not be ready.
And that goes out to you, Brayo. You see, you had an opportunity. But were you ready? Rhythm was winner, Future Fambo, Swagaholic.